This lesson is 8-2. Remember, I'm going back because I decided to do a more difficult one with you guys in class on Friday, and left this one for a video notes while I'm not there. So there's a lot of terms you need to know. Go ahead and read through them first. Go ahead and pause the video and read through them. Now, a vector. It says a vector has both a direction, so it tells me where to go, and a magnitude, which tells me how much to move. So it's where and how much. So for numbers 1 and 2, it states, draw the image of each figure under the given transformation. So remember, the image means the after. So it says this is what we started with, and this tells us how much to move. The negative, since x tells us left or right, -4 tells us to the left 4. And since y is up and down, a -4 tells us down 4. So from each point, I'm going to move to left 4 and down 4. So we start with D. We go 1. Let's go to the left first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down 1, 2, 3, 4. This is now D prime. So move N. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. N prime and B. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. B prime. So we just connect the 3 points, and we're done. The prime, which are these lines here, tell us that it is the image, that this is the original, and prime tells me it is the new one. So let's put prime means new. This whole statement here is the coordinate notation of the rule. Go ahead and try number 3, and I'll post the answer in about 5 seconds. It tells us right 4 and then down 3. So we get this image right here. This is what we get. Image, pre-image. Okay, let's move on to 4 and 5. It says graph the image of the figure along the given vector. This piece here is my vector. It tells me which way I'm going and by how much. This point here, where it starts, is the initial point. And this point here where it finishes is my terminal point. So from the initial point to the terminal point, I went to the left 2, and up 3. So from each of these points on my pre-image, I'm going to go left 2 and up 3. And this is what we get. We can see for V I went 1, 2 to the left and 1, 2, 3 up. Go ahead and try that for number 5. Remember, you start here and you move to here. We should see that it is to the right 1 and up 4. And we end with this image here. If you have any questions, be sure to ask a neighbor to see if they can help you through these problems. Let's move on to 6. Actually, before moving on, there's the notation for these, for the vectors, is in terms of these sharp brackets. the x is moved over to the right 1, so it will end up 4. So think of it as your x and your y. So for number 4, your vector would be negative 2, because it was negative, left 2, and up 3 would be a positive 3. Once again, this is known as vector component form. You need to know this form along with this notation. You need to know the difference for it on the exam. So number 6 says use coordinate notation to write a rule that maps each pre-image to its image. So once again, coordinate notation is in this form: x comma y is mapped to x plus or minus blank, comma, y plus or minus blank. So we can see that since this one doesn't have any primes, this one right here, this is my pre-image, my before, and these tick marks here tell me that this is my after. So we just count. You went from 1, 2, 3. You went right, 3. We can see every single one. I went 1, 2, 3. And Z went 1, 2, 3. So for this problem here, it was from x comma y to x plus 3 comma y. Because in reality, it would be y plus 0, but we do not need to add that 0 in there. Go ahead and try number 7 on your own. Remember, this is before, and this one is after. T went 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left 3, up 5. Write the notation, and this is what you should have gotten. For item 9, it says specify the component form of the vector that maps each figure to its image. And remember, that is this form where it's just plus or minus your x shift and plus or minus your y shift. So this one is my before, this one is my after. All I did was shift my point 1 letter to the right every single time. So it's just to right 1. So my vector would be a positive 1 on the x and a 0 on the y. Go ahead and try number 9, with this being your before and this being your after. Left 1, up 5. Go ahead and write your vector. And this is the correct answer. If you got it, good job. Now we have 2 more left. It says draw the pre-image and the image of each triangle under the given translation. So this right here will be my pre-image. That is your pre-image. This being negative says left 3. This being a negative says down 3. So each of these points will move left 3 and down 3. So I fixed my pre-image. I had a little mistake. And now this is my image. Go ahead and solve number 11. I'll start showing one piece at a time. And this is what you should have gotten. Go ahead and finish. Then when you are done, go get a stamp or go get a signature, and the sub will give you the homework. Work on it for the entire period. Whatever you do not finish is homework.